I dare you to tell me what WWE game you would put a universe mode in that did not have one. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I'm going to be ranking every single WWE Games Universe Mode of all time. This tier maker list was actually made by the homie Sins HQ, which you can see down in the bottom left side screen. Make sure you go and follow that dude on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button today because one, is absolutely free, and two, you can unsubscribe at any point in the future. And can we hit 500 likes on this video? I think we can. All right, so starting right off, we got SmackDown versus Raw 2011, the very first universe mode of all time. Now, I feel like this is going to be a good base. I feel like this is where we're obviously going to have to move things around as we get to the end, but I think SmackDown versus Raw 2011, when I think of that universe mode, I think of it very fondly, and that's not with rose-tinted glasses. I've played all of these universe modes very recently, so I'm going to rate SmackDown versus Raw 2011 a solid, let's go A. We're going to go A with it, and the reason why is because you got cutscenes literally every week. Every single show, you would get a cutscene dang near, but I think that there was a lot that could be improved on from the very first game, which they did indeed start to improve on. So, I mean, you can't really give it the highest rating, I don't believe, because there was a lot of things that just weren't there with SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Moving along now, we got WWE 12. We got some more features in WWE 12, including a more in-depth, if you will, show customization options. You didn't get to put your show on whatever day you wanted to put it on. However, you were able to edit the show logo, the show name, the championships on your brand, and you were able to change the arenas, etc., etc. Now, I'm gonna be honest, right now, actually, as we're speaking, I'm in the midst of doing a WWE 12 universe mode offline with one of my friends, and I gotta be honest, there's some features in WWE 12 that's a head scratcher. I don't like the fact that in WWE 12 you weren't able to vacate a title off of somebody. You had to put championships onto someone that wasn't in your universe mode, and that to me, that's a restriction. That's a restriction that I don't like. The fact that there is a tag team that pops up on my roster because they have a tag title on them, I don't like that at all. So WWE 12, I don't think it's the worst universe mode by any stretch of the imagination. However, I cannot give it a great rating either. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a C. Now, as we move on to WWE 13, I feel like personally this is one of my favorite universe modes of all time. I think WWE 13's universe mode was a perfect blend. It added in branching cutscenes, and I will never, and I mean never, forget the very first time I had a branching cutscene happen in my universe mode. It was so rare, but the moment that it happened, and I know the exact thing that happened as well, I was in the midst of a tag team match. It was WWE 13, my custom tag team of Hunico and Sin Cara. That's right, I put Hunico and Sin Cara together. We're going up against Ted DiBiase Jr. and David Otunga because I was a mark for WWE OTE. And let me tell you, when Hunico had the option of turning his back on Sin Cara, I did it. I stabbed Sin Cara in the back with Hunico. And then they went on to feud all the way to SummerSlam, and it was absolutely spectacular. That moment alone, like that was so organic. That stuff doesn't happen anymore, honestly, in universe mode. Great moments like that, I cannot tell you the last time that happened to me in a universe mode, and that's a shame, honestly. But not only that, WWE 13 added so much. We got the inactive brands inside of the roster creator, and that allowed you to make sure no one that you did not want would show up in your WWE Universe mode. If you don't want John Cena 2004 in your universe mode, throw that man in inactive. If you don't want this guy, this girl, this guy, this girl in your universe mode, toss him on in. Johnny Laurinaitis, toss him on in, and he won't show up. That feature set universe mode through the roof. And can we talk about the fact that this was the very first year you were able to add your show on whatever day you wanted, and you were able to add as many shows as you wanted, major or minor. This universe mode, I'm just gonna put it out here like that. S tier. I think it is the top tier of universe mode. Moving right along now, we got WWE 2K14. And I know a lot of you look at WWE 2K14 as one of the greatest WWE games of all time. Now hear me out. I know this is a little controversial. I know some of y'all ain't gonna agree with this. I don't really think it is, to be completely honest. I think that WWE 2K14 was good for the time. By no means am I saying that WWE 2K14 is a bad game. However, I feel like WWE 2K14 gets looked at the same way we look at WWE 2K19 because the game that followed was so bad in a sense. It made the old game that much better. But I will say this, we're only focusing on Universe Mode. In WWE 2K14's Universe Mode, I thought was really good. Now, I did always remember, at the time, I was not that big a fan of WWE 2K14's Universe Mode because I thought, personally, there was a lack of cutscenes. I thought that there just wasn't enough cutscenes that would happen compared to the previous year. Now, I don't know if that was placebo or if that was reality. However, my memory of WWE 2K14's Universe Mode wasn't that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. So we're gonna go ahead and rate WWE 2K14. I'm gonna give it a C. Again, I don't really think that it was that great, but I don't really think it was that bad either. We're now moving on to the next gen of consoles. This is WWE 2K15 we're talking about. This is the very first next gen Xbox One, PlayStation 4 edition of a WWE game. And with that, Universe Mode really didn't get touched that often. However, as y'all know, WWE 2K15 has a mode and a feature that was not featured on next gen. Let me make that clear because I know everybody's going to be in the comment section, but Dalton, it was on the last gen. No, I know, I understand. But on next gen, on Xbox One, on PlayStation 4, this never was seen again. The story collection feature. You were able to choose what storyline happened with your rivalries in Universe Mode, and that feature alone is a S tier feature. I honestly believe WWE 2K15's Universe Mode is one of the best of all time. I genuinely believe that. I know. The game isn't that great compared to what we have nowadays in terms of gameplay, in terms of the speed of the gameplay, in terms of this, that, and the third. But if we're just breaking down a Universe Mode, I really do feel like WWE 2K15's Universe Mode, you can't go wrong with. Now, as I just mentioned, WWE 2K15 had that story collection feature, and they immediately took it out on WWE 2K16. And now this is the part, this is the sad part of this video, where I have to explicitly talk about the fact that Universe Mode rarely gets touched anymore these days. It is a shame. It is a shame that Universe Mode does not get enough attention. I genuinely believe Universe Mode is the feature that needs to be focused on the most with the WWE games, as it adds longevity to the games. A much needed thing with these games. You guys are not going to play Showcase all year long. You guys aren't going to play My Career all year long. Universe Mode, that is the mode you can play, pick up your controller, go through it. You can play it every day of a game cycle. I don't know why Universe Mode's not focused on. Now, I know I just went on a little bit of a tangent here, but WWE 2K16, I remember loving this game mainly because of the roster. I remember being so stoked that Kevin Owens was in this game, and I love using Kevin Owens in WWE 2K16, but that's not Universe Mode. That's not why we're here. That's not what makes the cookie crumble in this video. What makes the cookie crumble in this video is Universe Mode and its features. And because WWE 2K15's awesome story collection feature was taken out, I can't rank WWE 2K16 high. In fact, I'm going to give it the lowest ranking yet. I think genuinely this is when Universe Mode started going downhill. I'll be completely honest. Next up, we got WWE 2K17. And you know what? Here's what I have to say about WWE 2K17 in Universe Mode specifically. I think it was just a step, just a teensy-weensy step up from WWE 2K16, just by a little bit. So I'm going to put it in the C tier. I think, honestly, this is the right setting for WWE 2K17. It wasn't bad by any means, but no, it was not great either. We're coming down to the end of the wire right now, as we got WWE 2K18 up next. And I know, as I just said, WWE 2K17, WWE 2K16, and WWE 2K18 were really similar when you look at it. But I will say this. I will say this about WWE 2K18. I know it might be rose-tinted glasses, but I think WWE 2K18 is the best Universe Mode we've had in the past 3 years. Now, I know that kind of gives a little precedent of what might maybe to come in this video of WWE 2K19 and WWE 2K20, but WWE 2K18 did not have divisions, and I feel like that is a big thing. So, WWE 2K18, I'm going to give you a B. I have good memories with it. I really do. But I don't think it's top tier at all. Moving up next, blow my mind, we got WWE 2K19, and this is the part that pains me. This is the part that bugs me. This is the part that really grinds my gears. Why on earth is the divisions a thing? Why on earth did we go all the way back to SmackDown 2 Know Your Role, and the fact that only you can compete for one championship? You can only have one superstar compete for one title. And you know what? I was literally about to go out my mouth. The words were about to fly out my mouth like a Lenny Kravitz song. And let me tell you, why do you have that in the game when so often there are double champions now? Why do we have divisions where you can only have one superstar going for one championship, when literally one of the biggest things that happened in 2015 was Seth Rollins winning the US championship while being the WWE champion? Hey, it's not even like it's an old thing either. Look at last night. As of me making this video, Asuka just became a double champion. She is now the Raw Women's Champion at the time of this recording, and the Women's Tag Team Champions. I mean, if she wanted to win the Raw Tag titles, I feel like she could do that too. So with all that said, I feel like the divisions absolutely ruined Universe Mode. I think it's one of the worst things that's been added to Universe Mode of all time. I do not understand the thought process behind that decision, and I'll be completely honest with you. Because of that, I feel like we got to do something right now. That's right. I'm putting an F on the screen. I am putting an F in this tier because it was so bad it deserves to be at the bottom. WWE 2K19, I love you for everything else that you have in you. Highlight reel, spectacular. Modded on PC, perfection. But Universe Mode, I don't know about that one, man. And last but not least, we have arrived to WWE 2K20, and this is where I get a little conflicted, because divisions completely ruined WWE 2K20, absolutely destroyed WWE 2K20. However, it added something that I feel like contrasts the divisions perfectly. When you're editing your show in WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, you are able to delete everything, matches and the promos from your card, and you are able to book your show from start to finish of everything you want to have happen. And because of that, I feel like that one feature is taking Universe Mode further than where it's been in a long time. I feel like that has taken WWE 2K20 more places than WWE 2K17, more than WWE 2K16, and more than WWE 2K19. Now, I know WWE 2K20, kind of a dumpster fire. We already understand that. And I'm not here to pour any more gasoline on the WWE 2K20. But what I will say is the shining light of WWE 2K20, in my opinion. Granted, there's a lot of bugs still with Universe Mode, custom arenas. I don't know if you'll be able to get into a game without it crashing, but WWE 2K20 being able to book the way you want to book, I feel like because of that, I got to move it to a B. All right, so in retrospect, let's look at the tier list right now and see if there's anything that I want to change. We got S tier with WWE 13 and WWE 2K15. Those are my two favorite Universe Modes of all time. I'm pretty confident with keeping those up there. We then have WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 as the A tier. It's the up next, and I feel like that, again, perfect. It's kind of a sad thing that SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 that came out 10 years ago, I think, yeah, 10 almost 11 years ago, I think it actually might be 11 years ago, is way better than the current game we got right now. That's sad. It's a shame. It's really shameful. I mean, let's be honest here. It really is. But moving forward, we got WWE 2K18 and WWE 2K20 up next as the B tier. Like I said, man, WWE 2K20 being able to delete the entire card and being able to remake your card is absolutely top tier to me. I feel like it definitely deserves to be in a B tier because of that. WWE 2K18 as well, the last year that we did not have divisions, that honestly brings it up to me. Now, I will say this. I do feel bad that WWE 2K14 is in C tier compared to B tier. I'll do this. I'll move WWE 2K14 to low tier B tier. I don't think it's going to be top or anything like that, but I'll move it down to low tier B tier. Now, WWE 12, I feel like definitely deserves to be a C because of what I mentioned in this video. I do not like the way they handle the titles, and I do not like the way that they handle superstars randomly coming up on screen. I don't like that at all. It's my universe, and I need it now. It's my toy box, and I don't want Axe and Smash in my toy playpen, if you will. Playpen? Why'd I say it like that? WWE 2K17 is also in the C tier, and the reason why it's also in the C tier is, like I said, man, WWE 2K17 deserves to be here. It's not the worst of the barrel, but it's not better either. WWE 2K16's got to stay at a D. They took out WWE 2K15's amazing story collection feature, and I'm only talking about next gen. I already know it was on last gen, but nevertheless, I don't think I can give WWE 2K16 a good rating because of that. And last but not least, WWE 2K19, I know it's insane that WWE 2K19 has the lowest rating in this video, but that's my opinion. Comment down below what your opinion was. Where would you rank these universe mode games? And let me know in the comment section below what your number one is. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this one. As always and forever, take it easy though, guys. Peace.